Little review tonight, really first impressions is probably more accurate. New little knife from BOKER Plus here. This is the BB, which is a collaboration with Jesper Voxnaes, the Danish designer. And the reason why it's not going to be a full review tonight is because this was actually a prize for my giveaway, and basically the winner could select whatever they wanted, and our winner, a chap called BMSE on YouTube, Real Life Ben, he chose this knife, and I think he's chosen incredibly well, because this is an amazing little new knife from BOKER Plus. So just before I get onto the knife, just in the box, as you'll always get, instructions, warranty information, and then you've got a little tool which is becoming more common with BOKERs, and that will allow you to adjust the pivot and remove the pocket clip. So there's two different size Torx heads on there, so that's always nice to get in a knife box. Obviously the knife box is the tried and tested magnetic closure, very nice little detail there. But onto the knife. So UK legal slip joint, in fact Europe legal, because it's not one-handed opening, which is quite a important factor nowadays in Europe. So it's got the nail nick. Just as a general point, BOKER Plus really are upping the game. Used to be sort of more focused on budget sort of knives to a degree, but these are really sort of top quality materials. Having said that, you know, there's a top quality price. This is £99 RRP on this knife, so it's not cheap by any stretch of the imagination, but it is milled titanium scales and liners. It's G10, and it's got a VG10 blade. So VG10's more commonplace these days, but pretty much one of the premium steels in my opinion. So just walking around the knife, as I say, VG10 blade. It's a full flat grind, which is a good thing, something I always like to see. Very stout. So this isn't really a super slicer, but certainly plenty sharp enough. And of course this is based on a custom knife by Jesper, so it's faithful to that. The custom, I think it was called the Bumblebee, and this is just simply the BB. Obviously BOKER Plus logo there. On the other side you've got the maker's mark, and you've got VG10 just there. So good quality blade, not rounded off, very square edges, very nicely executed, nice consistent brushing actually throughout the whole back spine and the rear of the blade there. It's all consistently brushed, which is quite nice. Nice little joint detail there. I'll get in for a few close-ups in a minute, but very nice sort of meeting point there, very tight tolerances. Good, firm, perfect 90-degree half stop, reassuring click, good spring strength, good centering. Then onto the scales and liners. It's actually not a case of scales and liners. You've basically got a titanium scale which has been milled out to take the G10 scales, if you will, and to leave a nice bolster there. So really nice execution of that. Good tolerances, meet up nicely, nice and flush on all three layers, 4 layers if you want to count there. Or 5 actually, if you count the back spring. Yeah, really nicely executed. Nice little pivot. I'd say custom pivot, but of course, you know, it's a production knife, but It's not a pivot that they use on any other knife as far as I can see, so that's quite nice. And matched on the other side. Sometimes you just get the fancy pivot on the show side. Equally, a pocket clip specific to the knife. Relatively deep carry if you look at the top there. That's going to carry nice and deep in your pocket. Reasonably good spring tension. Yeah, good spring tension. But only one position, so you can't do tip up, tip down, left, right. It's that or nothing. Doesn't interrupt in the hand at all. And just whilst I've got this in hand, obviously new knife for our competition winner. I'm not going to cut anything with it, so I'll let him christen it, but you know, first impressions are it fills the hand nicely. The rear fingers sort of cradle the shaped area, and your forefinger comes in on there, almost like it's almost like a choil to a degree, so somewhere separate to put your finger. Good back spring, feels very secure. Don't think that's going to close on your hands very easily. Very nicely executed. Quite heavy, definitely a sort of a solid full-size knife. It's a hand filler. There's no struggle about getting all four fingers on there for a medium-sized hand, and a little bit to spare there, so even if you've got a large hand, you're okay. But it's not incredibly light. It's not sort of Spyderco UK PK light. Obviously it's titanium, but it is solid metal. If you look inside, there's no skeletonization. I would have thought you could possibly have taken out a couple of chunks of the titanium under the G10 maybe. I think there's some good options, or got opportunities to maybe enhance this knife with some new scales. Don't think that'd be too much of an ask for a hobbyist. Carbon fibre, micarta, something like that. Yeah, really, really nice knife. Little lanyard hole at the back there. Not quite big enough for a full-size paracord, I don't think. You'd have to gut it or use a finer cord. Yeah, so absolutely fantastic selection by Ben there. Very envious of him. I'm sure he'll enjoy the knife, and I think it looks really good. We'll pop in for a few close-ups, then we'll come back and do some size comparisons. A little bit more detail on the knife, just to pick up some of the details there. You can see all one piece, milled to accept the G10 there. Nice pivot, front and back. Little hole details. Good centering. Got the maker's mark on the blade there. Well ground edge coming to a point, so that'll be nice for sharpening. Little serial number in the side there. As you can see the inside of the knife. Hopefully you'll be able to make out the back spring in there. Maybe not, but certainly you can see there's no skeletonization. Maybe a little missed opportunity there. Brushing up and down the spine, and as I mentioned, that really nice tight tolerance as the spine of the blade meets the back spring. It disappears. Perfect fit, really there. Consistent brushing throughout. Yeah, pretty nicely made. Just for a few size comparisons, I've got a few other what I'd call full-size UK friendly pocket knives here. Obviously there's the opportunity to size it up against something like a Victorinox, but I don't think that's really sort of going to show much. It is a larger knife, there's no denying that. But maybe some other more comparable knives, maybe the BOKER XS. quite similar in footprint there. Definitely a stouter blade, slightly thicker handle. UK PK, again, very similar footprint. Blade stock much thicker and equally thicker handle. Definitely a differential in weight there. And then you've got the Lansky, absolute beast of a knife. Really overdid it, I think, there, but that's probably more comparable. The Lansky is actually heavier. The blade stock is very similar. Similar thickness. The Lansky's got a slightly larger footprint. You can pick that up. The Lansky, I think, is clumsy. It was an exercise in seeing what you could do within the legal limits. I think this, does the same thing, but very elegantly. It achieves probably a near perfect UK legal knife. And just whilst we've got these out, I would say the back spring is certainly stronger than UK PK and the XS. It isn't stronger than this, but again, this is an exaggerated attempt at what you can make legal, I think. So again, I think they've got it just right with this. I think they've done an extremely good job. Okay, well, we'll just wrap up there. As I say, this is going to wing its way to our winner, Ben, very soon after this video has been uploaded. They've got it bang on. BOKER Plus really are upping the game. On that point, going to do a review in the next couple of days, next week certainly, of one of their BOKER USA blades, which again, they've upped the game in terms of materials, and this is actually manufactured in the USA as well, so really very nice. This is the Patriot, so we'll get that up for a video soon. I'll do a full review on that, putting it to some use as well. But yeah, that's just about it for the BB. Hope you find that useful. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos on everyday carry kit, quality footwear, boots, denim, that sort of thing. Check it out, we might share some interests. If you like the video, please press like, and please subscribe. Obviously, this was a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. We've just hit 1,300. So at some point in the future, I think I'll run something similar again, maybe 2,500, something like that. So hopefully in the next maybe 3-4 months, we'll have another giveaway. Maybe something a bit different. But yeah, really enjoyed doing this. Thanks to everyone who participated, and thanks to Ben. This will be in the mail very soon. Okay, thank you, goodbye.